Hello, Steves, Alex, and every skin in between. Welcome to Block Game Banter. My name is OniShizen. We also have my friends with me.
Hi, I'm Insecure Code.
Hey, I'm Firecracker, or fondly known as Ferks by some people.
Hi, I'm Danalore18.
Welcome to Block Game Banter, a podcast where we just talk about Minecraft. This is our first episode, and we wanted to welcome y'all in and say hello. We are a collection of both Twitch streamers and YouTubers who produce content primarily about Minecraft. A lot of Minecraft. That's why we're calling this the Block Game Banter.
So much Minecraft.
Yeah, no, we really like our blocks. But to start with, we're all just a bunch of content creators who produce about Block Game. But the topic we want to start with for this first episode is how on earth did we find ourselves in the abyss of the Block Game? Is there anyone who wants to go first about how they found themselves playing a game that was only blocks?
I can go first if you want.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna set the scene. It was like 5th grade. Was this 5th or 4th grade? It was probably 5th grade, I think. And I was in my elementary school talent show. As you do, me and my friends rapping the wheels on the bus, doing things like that, just being nerds. And this friend of mine, like my neighbor, and he wasn't rapping the wheels on the bus with us. He was singing a Minecraft parody song. I had a crush on this kid, and he wanted to play. He like got Minecraft Pocket Edition, and then everybody got Minecraft Pocket Edition. So we were all just playing together in like the waiting room on our iPads because I went to an iPad school, and so I also just got it so that I wouldn't be like left out. And so we would just all hop into a big LAN world using the school Wi-Fi. And just while we were all waiting to go on, we would just be playing Minecraft. Yeah. That's like it.
I think that's how a lot of kids got into it.
Yeah. It's now my life. It took over everything.
Code, how did you end up in Minecraft?
Oddly enough, a fairly similar way. So this time, instead of being in 5th grade, it was 6th grade. And this random kid that was in my class and all of his friends started playing Minecraft, except it wasn't Pocket Edition, it's the actual like computer Java game. And I was watching them play, and I wanted to play to try to impress my crush. So I went home and asked my mom for it. And after that, it took over my life as well. Did not work out with the guy, but I got Block Game, so I think that makes it a little bit better in the end.
That's fair.
Yeah, Block Game superior.
Block Game is better than boys.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Block Game's better than boys.
Ferks, how did you get into Minecraft?
Well, I was a big gamer my whole entire life, but I was mostly a console player. And then, so I got introduced to Twitch in a roundabout way and ended up watching this group of people playing on an SMP called Hermitcraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And, I enjoyed watching them. I enjoyed watching them stream. So I joined one of the streamers' Discords, became a patron and was on the Discord, as well as mostly watching on Twitch. And I made a bunch of friends in chat, right? And I knew about Minecraft, but I had never really played it. I thought it was kind of dumb looking. God,
Yes,
You. How could you?
Yeah, I say that now. It's not dumb. It's not. It's like the total opposite of what I thought it was. Anyway, a bunch of those people that were my friends in chat were like, hey, you've got access to this server. Why don't you come and play? And I'm like, no, I don't really play it. And I'm used to playing on console, not on PC. Long story short, they persuaded me to play on the server, and it was pretty much love at first block. I'm not going to lie. I had so much fun. So like it was peer pressure, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
And it just, it was the appeal of being able to play it alone and yet play it with other people that really, really got me into it. So there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And you're still playing it, eh?
I am. I'm a huge Minecrafter now.
Yeah, you're crazy good at building too. Like you're insane.
Thanks.
Okay, well, I got into it in a kind of weird way compared to some of y'all. I grew up in a house of all boys. Video games have always been in my life. I started with a GameCube, ended up with an Xbox. We had a Wii. We've had about every console in our house. But I never had a PC. And so in about 2011, I made friends with a bunch of guys that I hung out with a lot. And they had it on their computer, and they convinced me I needed to try it there. And so I had a world on my friend's PC that I played from for a while. And then when Pocket Edition came out, I had an iPod at the time, and so I got into it on that, and I played there until we finally bought it for the Xbox. I think that was 2013. And I played on Xbox from 2013 to 2016. And then finally got back to Java when in 2016 I got my first computer. So I was able to play with it on there, and I've just been playing literally only Minecraft ever since then. I think I've played a couple other games in between, like a couple DS games. But I don't play anything other than Minecraft. It's mildly concerning.
Yeah, a little
concerned
Mildly.
with
Only
that.
mildly.
I think in blocks.
Even I play other games.
You've convinced me to play Stardew with you, and then one other friend convinced me to play, what was it? A shooting game. It was a shooting game. Destiny?
That was it. I don't know. Destiny's a weird game. It's a fun game, but it's weird.
I
I
don't
played it
know.
because of my little brother.
Played it once. Played a couple times. But, like, I literally only play Minecraft.
You need to diversify your interests. I love
No,
Block
but
Game.
guys, think about it.
I agree.
Minecraft is like pizza, okay?
You can program
Okay,
it to do
fair.
whatever.
Right. So pizza, you could have pizza every day for a year and not have the same ingredients on it if you
Mhm.
wanted to, or have it the same way. Like
True.
there's breakfast pizzas, there's dessert pizzas, there's pizza pizzas. And I think Minecraft
Wait, hold
is
on.
such an
What's a pizza?
Yes, I'm interested in a pizza as well. Is that a pizza with a topping of pizza?
y'all are
I'd
told.
like one 12-inch pizza with a pizza.
What I'm trying to say is that Minecraft is the same game, but it can also be so very different. So it's not like just playing one game.
That's true.
True. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just making fun of Oni for it.
Well, go ahead and make fun of Oni
Baby.
anytime.
Oh yeah,
Hey!
I I need an excuse, Ferks. Like I need an excuse. Time to bully Oni.
Oh, again.
No, don't
Love
be
you,
sad.
Oni.
We love you.
Love y'all too. Bunch of bullies.
Are you sure you love us too? That sounded mean.
Yes, I am
PvP
positive.
will decide the truth.
1v1 me and with
Bed
sticks.
Wars, let's go. Come on.
No.
Let's
We've played Bed Wars together. We know how good we are at it.
You know, guys, we
okay,
had
I have won Bed Wars before. Hold on.
right. We won as a group, though,
yeah,
didn't
we did a couple times.
There's no
True.
I in team.
There's I in
True.
teaming.
True.
But yeah, no, I think we all got into it in some very odd ways. Because, like, Ferks is a console player that ended up on PC. We got a
Right.
whole bunch of Pocket Edition kids.
I'm an iPad kid who is wrapping the wheels on the bus. Like, we don't need to get into that.
We're getting into that later, but...
No!
I know we had
Okay,
a list of things we wanted to discuss, but as we've been talking about it, I just want to ask a question. Like, what's your favorite part of Minecraft? Like, there's so many things that you could do. What is your ultimate favorite thing to do? Maybe you don't do it as much as you want to, but what do you like to do?
Can I jump in on that one?
Go in.
I think my thing, once again stating that this is the primary game I play and I have yet to take a break from it, is I have yet to find a way to burn out on it because there is that much to do in it. Like, 1 minute I could be building, the next minute I could be trying to do redstone, which is, as if you listen to Redstoners, it's literally just programming. I think that's the thing about it, though, is that there is so many things you can do, and because it is such a malleable game, You end up with mod packs, you end up with data packs, you end up with fun texture packs. The game is entirely made to be your own game. And I think that's my favorite thing about it.
That's like such an eloquent way of putting it. I was straight up just gonna say I'm the type of person who likes to hop into creative and then just do mega builds. Like I don't have the time to always do them to the same capability, but like that I want to, but I like making big things. And then I'm also, if I'm in survival, I kind of like forsake building for the sake of putting on criminal minds and strip mining for actual hours.
There can be something very soothing about strip mining for hours.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
you just kind of go.
See,
Like,
I don't strip mine. I mine trees.
I mean, fair. Strip mining's less dangerous because I just like torch spam it, and then I go for the durability of an iron pickaxe. And then I turn around, go the other direction for the durability of an iron pickaxe.
Makes sense.
That's how I time it.
What about you, Code?
Well, according to some SMPs and personal projects I've done, I'm apparently really good at resource gathering. To give an example of that, Rainy, our mutual friend Rainbow, had me count how many withers I could make on an SMP, and the answer is over 100.
Peace.
We fear for that server. Don't worry about it.
Just don't ask too many questions about it. They're all just, don't worry, they're all in a basement somewhere that only I can get to.
That doesn't make us feel better.
You don't know what else is down there, though. That should make you feel easy about it.
No, okay. Would I be able to get, okay, here's the okay, so on this server, we got a bunch of plugins and stuff. And so my character canonically is part Enderman. Would I be able to get in there?
Well, speaking to that, my character is part Blaze, and that the security of it is lava. Take that as you will.
I probably could get in. Yeah.
You are more likely to get through that than if I just switched the lava around for water.
I'm opted on that server. I can get in anywhere. It's fine.
The only person who can get through it at the moment would be our Lord and Savior Dodo.
Yes, God.
Because of the perms.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Perks? What is your favorite thing since you raised this question?
Yeah, you asked the question.
Well, I really love adventuring. I wish there was more to adventure in the game, like more structures and dungeons and stuff like that. I really love to do that in vanilla. I'm talking, yeah. So I do that when I play modded Minecraft a lot more than I do when I'm just playing vanilla. Right now, I'm really getting into doing creative builds and app making. That's what I'm jamming on right now. I love it. I could spend hours. I do spend hours. Like I have a laptop, and sometimes when we watch TV at night, I sit on my laptop while we're watching TV. Not TV, but you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just enjoying your commentary of trying to figure out replay mod.
I love replay mod.
Hi, Chihuahua.
I figured it out relatively quickly compared to some other people I know. Yeah,
no,
replay
we were
mod
laughing at how many times Ferks had to re-record.
Oh.
I forgot one stupid block on my elf's behind. And so I was talking later about it with my boyfriend, and he's like, well, was it noticeable? I'm like, dude, when your entire build is only like 90 blocks, that one block missing is pretty freaking obvious, especially when it's on the butt of whatever it is that you're making. So
oh yeah. I love that. That's funny. Oh, now I'm having flashbacks to building that pixel by pixel dirt block. Sorry, I'm like, this is right before I had. I did that because that's what the gremlins asked for. I hated every second of it. This is like the build before I got replay mod, so it was just a bunch of me like going back and forth in like first person perspective, really sped up. so it's like not good quality, but also like it wasn't next to impossible to do because I can't picture things in my head. So I had to keep like flying back and forth to the dirt block to stare at it. It was tough.
Actually, I remember doing something similar when I first started streaming. It was like 2 months into streaming. I had built a block for block version of the beehive that you can craft in the game to keep my bees in.
What?
Because I wanted
Okay, what is it with builders and deciding this is what a Minecraft block looks like? Now, what if we made it out of
Big.
Minecraft blocks? Every single builder does it. I don't get it.
because
Okay,
it's
well,
fun.
Well, that and there's not a really good sign making tool. I mean, you can poop around with the banners a little bit to try and make them do a sign, but I think it's real easy for people to identify what it is you're either selling or housing or whatever if you build it in a block or the character that would normally have that block. So I think that's kind of where it started or why we kind of do it, but it's also fun to just recreate huge things.
It's big.
Yeah.
I'm not saying building big thing bad. I am saying why every builder big thing like that.
Well, that's
I
my
don't-
answer. I
It's
don't
for
know.
fun. It's
I
fun.
like the answer. First, you give such eloquent answers to the
Oh, well,
question.
thank you.
And then the rest of us sound like little gremlins, just like, big thing builds good.
Because we are
Yes.
gremlins, hon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, but
Happy
Like,
to
So
say.
we're talking about building. And I had a hard time remembering what the first thing I remember building was. But besides a dirt hut, like the
Yeah,
thing
no,
that
everyone starts with that.
I was a memorable thing or a thing that stuck out to me. And so I was wondering what you guys thought about your first build. Like, what was the one that stuck out or the one you were most proud of at the beginning of your Minecraft career?
oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay, I can
Um,
start that because I remember this very vividly.
Okay.
Back when I was playing at my friend's PC, they had left me in the middle of a pond,
Okay.
and so the only blocks I could get were the blocks at the bottom of the pond because outside of the render distance was everything else. I couldn't see beyond the water I was in.
Okay.
So I spent 3 and 4 hours just bobbing back and forth from the top to the bottom to try and build a platform that I could live on.
Oh.
Mind you, we've come a lot further than that since then. But then when I first got Pocket Edition, I didn't pay for it for like 2 months. So I had the version that deleted your world after 48 hours every time.
Oh.
Oh no.
It hurts my heart.
Which was fine. It was me
No,
learning
but I
how
had
to
that
play
too.
survival. Because I didn't know how to play survival. I like outside of playing what I had been playing, which was I was spawning in places there was no mobs that could get me.
Mhm.
I was learning how to control it because I had never been good at playing video games until that point. So like for me, it was to learn the controls on an iPad or an iPod versus I was used to playing with my GameCube controller to play Mario Kart. So like it was a learning stage there, which I think was healthy, but I never actually built anything because what I would just do was find a forest, completely flatten the top of a whole bunch of trees, and just live standing on top of those trees. I never went underground. I didn't know you could make a pickaxe.
Oh.
It was just
Oh,
a
and
game of how long can I run.
I love that though.
And the fact that I'm still playing this game, despite that I had 2 months of that.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. I can go next if you guys want.
Go for it.
This makes me like, now that I can build, this hurts my heart so much. But the first time I ever logged into Pocket Edition, my brother had also gotten it on his iPod, like at the same time, because like we each had our own like little accounts we could each use at the same time, but we were on the same like, overall Apple account.
Mm-hmm.
So we both could get it for like the price of one. And I was so happy, and like back then everything was Autoland, like all of the worlds were Autoland for Pocket Edition, and I was so happy to be playing Minecraft because all of my friends had it, and I hopped into creative. This is like the start of me being a creative builder, and I built like a 3-4 story structure entirely out of glass. It was a glass box. It was so ugly. I was so proud of myself though. And then because
You have
it was
a picture?
I don't have a picture, but I remember this vividly. No, the reason I remember this vividly, the reason I also don't have a picture is my little brother joined the world because he also had Minecraft on his iPod. And because it was creative, he proceeded to take a bunch of TNT, spam it everywhere, explode it, and then punch whatever was left. And I had no idea it was him. I was so confused because I didn't know how Wi-Fi worked. I was like 10. And so like I didn't know that it was him. So for the longest time, I had no clue who had logged into my world, how they had gotten there, and why they had exploded my beautiful glass house. It was so ugly. It's a good thing it was destroyed.
Did you believe in Herobrine? Is that what caused this?
No, I didn't believe in Herobrine. I was just genuinely confused. Like, I was a kid who lived more in books, and then I had never really played video games before. I only had, like, experience with Pokemon Soul Silver on the DS at that point.
Nice.
Because I had a DSi. The only reason I had an iPad was school, and I had no games on it. Just Minecraft. When I got it. So, I had no experience with any of that stuff. So I was just, like, so confused. This is before I even started watching Minecraft YouTubers. Like, I started watching Stampy soon after, but like, I was just like so confused.
How about you, Code?
Okay, so in the brief time period between asking for the Java Edition and actually getting the Java Edition, I played Minecraft Demo for Pocket Edition.
Woo!
And ironically, the first thing I also built on that world was a giant glass box. However, I improved it. I improved my giant glass box by making glass stairs in just a glass pathway that branched off all over this like 4 chunk wide world or however big it was. So then I would just look down. It was only zombies because it was still both early in the game and the demo version. So I would just stare down at this hordes of zombies that were constantly there. And because they're under blocks, they just never died. So it's just constantly just zombie hordes surrounding my giant glass box, but I was so proud of it.
Probably got so laggy after a while, especially because it was demo.
But because it was demo, there's a point where I closed the world and it just disappeared.
Yeah, if you closed the app and closed it completely, the worlds would just vanish.
I did figure that out fairly early on though. So this world survived for like a whole 3 days.
Yo!
Yeah.
It's the first time I played like actual Minecraft build. I decided to build a house and then have a giant cave underneath it where I built stuff. It was completely useless. There's nothing in it, which is similar to most of my builds, just empty space. However, it looked cool in my little like 12-year-old brain.
Yeah, no, I remember building tree houses as my first like go-to builds.
Actually, soon after the glass house debacle, I started my first ever what could be considered a mega build in Pocket Edition.
Yeah.
I just remembered I did this. I built like this. My idea was like I was creating a storyline in my head because that's what I always did in elementary school. And I was like,
Naturally.
I had also just recently watched like the movie Astro Boy, you know, the animated movie, and there's like the people, and he's like a robot, and they're living in the sky because the ground is full of trash. That and so that inspired me to build like a utopia up above kind of thing. And I had originally been planning to go and do stuff on the bottom, but I was just having too much fun building sky houses. Was it incredibly dangerous because there was no railings? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. So I built this giant like sky village, basically the same quality as early Minecraft villages. But like I built this sky village out of mostly quartz, and it was like it had parks. It was like my first. I was so proud of it. I could probably go back and make it so much better now if I still had it. But like, that's really kind of when I started becoming a builder, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's super cool. What about you, Ferk? What was the first thing you like memorably remember building?
Well, okay, so when I first started playing, I mostly focused on the mechanics of the game. So I would like, just stay in a cave or like take over a house or something like that.
Oh yes, you were the miner.
I was. I didn't really start building until I got on the Hypermind server. And so I popped in, right? And I'm on this server where, famous people have been a part of Hypermind in the past, right?
Yeah.
And I log in and there's all these incredible builds and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? So I decided that I'd collect materials and then for Halloween, I would build this build, okay? I wanted to do Jack the Pumpkin King because I loved him, right? And so I had this image in my head and I wanted people to see it. So I decided I was going to make this huge pit and dig down to bedrock and then do a pixel picture of Jack the Pumpkin King and then cover the top with glass. So I'm like, you guys. And then I wanted to do like that, that whole mountain that he sings on that's got that swirly thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted that to be kind of like see-through on the top to kind of identify what was you were going to see if you went over there. And so I had that whole swirly mountain thing. So that is like the biggest first project ever in the world of Minecraft, but it took me forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did it in survival.
Oh my god.
I was so proud of myself I'm like tearing up now. I was so proud of myself by the time I got done with that. That was 2019.
Oh goodness.
And
Wow.
right. And when was hold on, let me see the date of the video that I have.
That sounds amazing though. Like that sounds like it was so cool.
Yeah, so that was November 19th of 2019 when I was like really getting to the end of that project.
That's pre-COVID.
And I'm really proud of what I've done as a builder because most of my building from November 2019 until about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago was primarily done in survival. Like every huge freaking project I've done, big trees, huge like pyramids and stuff, all survival. So I'm really kind of proud of my body of work. And now that I'm building in creative, like that frees up the block choices that I make and the scale of the projects that I do. I can spend more time, expressing myself as an artist rather than worrying about how much I'm going to have to grind to put it together. But yeah, that was my first project that I was like really proud of.
That's insane.
We gotta go
Like
find
that's
that video
holy
later.
cow. Yeah, I need to watch that video later. No, I want to see what that looks like. Holy
I'll post the link in our chat.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, no, but seriously, like you've only been like really like building since 2019.
Yep. I've only been playing Minecraft really, honestly, since 2019.
Holy cow,
Wild.
you're like that's insane. You're
Right.
you're like no, seriously, you're so good. Like
Oh, thanks.
no, honestly, like you're ridiculously
stop.
talented. No, you are.
I know. So are you.
I
Hush.
Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
you're
Okay,
embarrassing me.
I've been a builder basically since I was 10 years old. Like I don't know if I started technically at 9 or 10, but like I've been building for like years. And I'm still like oh no, I just like every single time I see somebody who's talented at building, I have to like express it just because I know how difficult it is to build.
Thanks.
Like
Thanks.
it's just like some people are like, oh yeah, place block. I'm like, no, there's an art to it. There is an art to like spacing and like
There's a
oh my gosh.
specific set of skills you need to have in order to place block.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I-
god.
you know
come
what?
on.
I'd like to invite the viewers to tweet what they're proud of
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're either their first build or whatever, the build you're most proud of. And let us know if you built it in survival or creative and what platform you were using. I would love to see their builds. And we're going to put the link to our Twitter on the screen right here.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
also going to be down below right here.
Yeah, there.
Give
right
us
there.
a follow. Tweet at us. Use hashtag Block Game Banter,
Yup.
and we will go around and like look at these. And honestly, I'll probably retweet some of the ones that I think are really cool, just because
Same.
I love seeing people's builds. Like I love seeing what other people do because I mean Minecraft's all about community, right? I get inspired by other people's builds. I've been inspired by Ferks and Oni. I've been inspired by Code. Like I've been inspired by like famous people and then really small creators that I've seen on Twitter. Like I just like we it's all about building each other up, and because we're all doing like art,
Right.
Building.
Right. I
We're all
get
building.
inspired by people
Oh, no.
every day, like little builders, big, follower builders. Sorry. I don't mean little tiny people. I meant people who don't,
Children.
Children.
people who aren't professional content creators, like are just part of my community
Oh, yeah.
all the way up. Yep. I get inspired
Yeah.
every day. I love it.
Sometimes it's the people who just do it for fun and not for content that are like just the most crazy hidden talents.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, for the server that Oni, Code, and I are on, I haven't been on that server in a while, but like Ioka,
Yeah,
like
no.
the main
Oh
One of
my
our
god.
builders for the server. Phenomenal.
I need to see some stuff by that person, please.
I will show you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, no,
If you
will-
take a look at God Hunter, like one of the key things that you'll see is the giant freaking castle in the middle of the server. That was Ioka.
Yeah.
and the Colosseum.
He
and then,
is
like, you look at
phenomenal.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And then like you look at people like Aniston who focus more on the village, another builder for the server, and like it's just like it's the different. Some people do big builds really beautifully like Ioka, but then some people are really good at the tiny details like Aniston. And like I've been so inspired by like both of them, and it's impacted some of my more recent builds. Like it's insane.
Absolutely. And I think on that note, it is a good spot for us to stop and wrap up this episode. So as they were saying, down below this, we will be including all the links, all of our Twitters, all of our Twitches, all of our YouTubes, all the important stuff that you should look out for. Like them, hit them, subscribe. Subscribe here, like here,
Do it
share this to
now.
people. We'd appreciate it.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you're listening to this on Spotify or wherever you listen, or Apple Podcasts, make sure that well, if it's on Spotify, you can't really rate it, but on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating if you truly enjoyed, because that'll really help us spread our podcast around.
Absolutely. And on that note, thank you everyone for coming. Absolutely glad you were here. But we will see you next time. Go build something.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye!
Bye.